Hello Leos, welcome to your full moon reading. Lunar eclipse in Cancer will be affecting your 12th house endings, closure, healing, um, things that are hidden. Already meditated and shuffled the cards for your sign, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm using the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. 6 card spread here, and then we're going to clarify with the tarot. Okay, so Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you're a Leo Sun, you may be you'll feel this reading on a soul level. Leo Rising, Ascendant, just see this manifesting in your physical world. And for Leo Moons, definitely on an emotional level. The effects of this lunar eclipse could be lasting, long-term effects. So definitely felt led to come on for you guys and give you this reading. So welcome back to subscribers, and welcome to anyone new to my channel. I welcome you to subscribe, like, share if these readings are resonating for you. Keep in mind that they are general and predictive. Did I say predictive? Predictive. So just keep that in mind. And if it's resonating for you, you will know it. If it's not, check your other signs. See what we have for you. I'm doing something new with this reading where I will check kind of the underneath for both decks, but once I get through the reading, kind of see how it ties in. I think that's all that needs to be said for now. So 12th house endings here, closure, things that have been hidden. So recent past. We have peaks of joy with the Two of Cups. So I feel that this is definitely some connection that has occurred. Some of you have met someone, you've communicated, come together with someone, and you've experienced a lot of joy and happiness with this person. Or, this could be a friend, doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but kind of head in the clouds here. I can't help but see and think that this is definitely talking and speaking to some romantic connection. But also, I feel that some of you, this could be the connection of someone that you've needed to solve a health issue. This could be finding the right doctor or practitioner in something that solved a problem that was plaguing you for some time. Sometimes it is about that, finding the right someone who has the kind of the solution to what it is that you've been needing. And of course, I'm kind of getting this from this sign, but here I feel that some of you have made a connection with someone that has made you very happy. You've joined together with someone in a sense that you just felt elated. You've not been able to hide how happy you are with this person. Some of you, I feel that there's been this sense of like, you walking into a room and people just really sensing and seeing a change in you, in your aura, in your energy, and that being due to making this connection in your recent past. Okay. This connection's giving you a sense of joy and peace of mind, and so and I feel it's just the beginning. For some of you, possibly it's been a reconciliation or communication with someone that you've really kind of maybe needed to, maybe it was holding you down, that this connection was no longer, or you were not communicating, and then all of a sudden you're able to communicate and kiss and make up, or again just bury the hatchet and start anew. This is giving you a sense of freedom, a sense of happiness. And so that's something here that now, if it's not a person that some of you have met, I feel that this is a sense of you being balanced in yourself, in being kinder to yourself, being nicer to yourself in a sense of even what you say about yourself. But however this is translating for you, I do feel that there's this been this sense of harmony restored, whether it's in a relationship, or harmony restored within yourself, that's given you this peace of even taking care of yourself. Some of you may have needed to. You maybe, if you in some area let yourself go, there's a sense where you've kind of taken this initiative to be kinder to yourself, be kinder with what you ingest in your body. Something here maybe is changed in your diet that has as well given you this sense of you feel lighter, you feel healthier, you feel like you can do more. And it was simply just through taking better care of yourself, if it's not a connection for you. So, but for many of you, I do feel like it has been. All right. Now here you are at the present point. Goblins, Ace of Swords. Okay, so with this, I feel this is definitely, if you have connected with someone and there's just been, this was a honeymoon phase, and what you have in front of you now is clarity on those things that one needs to work on, those flaws that are hidden in the beginning. Some of you, this is a sense of, and for some of you, it may be a sense that this clarity could be giving you or showing you the shadow side of a situation, shadow side of an individual. Some of you, I feel you've come to some clarity of some fears that you may need to overcome now. I feel that this is overcoming fears and having victory over your fears. Also, as well, having victory over your own self-doubt. Putting an end to doubting yourself. Putting an end to anyone who doubts you. So I also kind of get a sense of this having a clear view now of what you're really dealing with, as well to like realizing that someone is only human. A situation is not perfect, but there is something here that you have to work with. So there's a sense that maybe for some of you the honeymoon is over. And there are some things that you are really dealing with on a real level that aren't as pretty, aren't as, doesn't feel as good or dreamy, but this Ace of Swords definitely cuts through the BS. So I feel like for many of you, you are cutting through some BS in your life. This is your 12th house that's affecting what's hidden, what has been hidden, okay, too. So some of you, I don't want to say it's illusion, but it's just again that honeymoon phase, and then what happens after the honeymoon is the truth comes out. In some situations, if people are being in the state of mind where they're showing their best self. So some of you may be experiencing a little bit of this real patch where things are getting real. They're getting a lot more, maybe less romantic, maybe less, again, the shadow side of a situation. But also kind of get just kind of overall general. There's a connection that has shown you, giving you kind of a really clear eye on what's not really good for you in your connections. And you're in that mode where you're ready to cut it off now. In comparison, for some of you maybe have not been able to see the toxicity. This will also be a toxic environment. The goblins again show up, and it's almost like what you see based on some connection you've had with someone else, and then kind of looking back at, you realize that, well, I need to change this. I need to change this connection, or so some connection, and even your own sense of self-love returning, or harmony in yourself returning, has given you some clarity of what needs to change or what needs to be cut out of your life. And if you've been holding on to anything that again is not serving you, or is kind of keeping you even your spirits low, there's a sense you're ready to cut that off. You're ready to put an end to those things that you feared. You put it to put an end to those things that don't make you feel too good about yourself. But again, facing the shadow side is it, again, and embracing the shadow side of a situation. Going forth with a greater clarity of what are the things that need to change or the things that need improvement, that's a good thing. When you can see what needs to be improved, that's where you can change it. If you're blind or oblivious to it, or you're keeping your head in the clouds of a situation. So this is a sense where some of you, you've come back down to earth, and you're realizing something with a sense of clarity, that something is a little bit of a double-edged sword, but that's life as well. You know, the duality of a situation. So whatever situation where you've seen only the good side, only the great side first, or you know, there was a sense, a level of optimism that was really great in the beginning, you're being brought back to earth, but you're being brought back to earth with the clarity of what it is that you need to change. And this is something here of divine information here. What you're being shown here is for your good, a sense of identifying what needs to change. We have the 5 here is the goblin. So what needs to change? Even what needs to change about you and your thinking. Your perception has been, like some wool has been taken off of some of your eyes, Leo, about a situation. So what we have for the challenge. Stormfields, challenge or resistance is Stormfield with the King of Wands. This is your energy here. What's being cleared away? What's clashing here? Okay, so I feel definitely it's kind of like the energy of 2 energies clashing and creating a storm where there needs to be a clearing. Now, some of you may be, you know, anticipating this, or you felt this, or you realize that this is what's going to be the challenge of kind of, again, what needs to be cleared. Taking that leadership role. Some of you may be not wanting to be the one to cut a situation off, but the sword's in your hand, you must do it. Some of you, this is the resistance of taking that initiative. It's like, I don't want to cause a storm. You know, who likes drama? No one. I mean, well, Leo, you you may say you don't, but at the same time, I want to say you are almost, in a sense, designed to handle it. Even if you're not a person who consciously seeks it. When it comes to you, you can take that power in your hands, and you know, you have that sun kind of energy, and even a little Mars influence. I feel like in Mars and Leo, some of you may be dealing with this too. Taking the leadership here in what needs to be cleared is clashing. You don't want the storm, you don't want the drama, you don't want 2 entities to come together and clash. And some of you just may be taking the seat of power over it, in a sense of you don't want to be the one who causes it. I'm feeling with this energy. Also, some of you, I feel the challenge may be that again, this is your house, your 12th house. Again, what's hidden. Even though you may not want to take a leadership role of or being responsible. Some of you don't want to be responsible for something that would cause a clash. There may be a way for you, and you may be really strategizing here in the midst of what you know needs to change. How can you avoid chaos? Because you can. You can. You have the power to, again. So for some of you, that's the challenge and resistance. You don't want to cause drama in a situation. You don't want there to be something to be dramatic in the sense of what it is that you need to change. Or adjust to. Some of you, there's a change with someone taking responsibility. And it could be something here where, yeah, you do find a good situation, or you have found a situation that is giving you some clarity, and able to put an end to some things that are not too pretty. I'm also kind of getting like a role reversal, or someone taking kind of there's being a switch out or something here. Something switching out. Making a decision. Being in the position to make a decision. But it's like, it's almost like you don't want to be that one. You don't want to be that one that initiates the change. This is a clearing here. So that's for some of you the challenge of taking that role of what needs to change. Or being, again, responsible. Or someone, there could be someone who is going to be angered by changes that you feel that you need to make. Now this is someone who could be very important to you in your life. Could be a friend, could be family, could be a father energy, someone who feels responsible for you. But you may be coming into a place where you're taking a lot more responsibility for yourself, or this is this phase of what this lunar eclipse is trying to bring you into, being more responsible and dependent on yourself. Apart from this individual who may not like the changes that you're making, the clarity that you have to make changes. So as you're making changes, I feel that for some of you, again, this is general, so I'm picking up as far as this is going to translate differently for all Leos, again. But I am kind of getting someone who may sense a sense of, or want to even cause a storm. For some of you, this is your energy. And you also may be being conflicted. Some of you being conflicted. The challenge may be that there's been this beautiful phase, honeymoon phase, and then there's this clarity coming in. It's some of you, it's like it's maybe causing conflict within you. And for some of you, you are in the seat of power as far as how to deal with the shadow side of a situation, person, individual, or again, coming down to earth. Again, the air, and it's clashing here with the atmosphere. With what was in the air is now clashing with the atmosphere on the earth, and now, yeah. So I feel for some of you now, you may feel conflicted, but I feel like you have to maybe come to the realization too that no one is perfect, no situation is perfect. We are all human. So that's for some of you. That's going to be the challenge or resistance, is now being maybe conflicted with going forth with a situation that kind of like it started off really almost perfect, but again, you have some clarity of what's not so perfect about the individual, about the person, even about yourself. Okay, so could also be an authority figure. I also kind of get a sense that some of you may have found an opportunity, but now with this clarity, you have to let something go. And then there's something here, someone's like, but I don't want you to go. So some of you have this maybe conflict to deal with someone who feels they have some sense of power or influence over you, as you're maybe deciding that you're going to go off and kind of do. It's like, yeah, well, I have this great opportunity, but now here's the hard part. I have to tell this person, I have to tell the situation that I can't do it anymore. So something here with that for some of you. Okay, so what is your unexpected help? We have the talisman with the King of Cups. So I feel this is supportive, more supportive energy here coming in. This is also a sense of maturity about a path that you're going to be taking, a new path, and something you've learned here as well too. Then now we also have this duality showing up with the yin and yang here. Keeping a balance of, and knowing that you have the power to change, or also as well accept the good and the not so good as far as your perception goes or your feeling goes in a situation. There's something here supportive, and there's also a maturation of emotions and feelings that will be deepening a bond, deepening a connection, as well continued healing, the power to a new path, what you're going to do with that power. Now, as well, knowing where you want a situation or relationship to go, even coming to the clarity of, again, too, because coming to the clarity gives you the power to change the situation. I do feel that some of you are maybe going into a new path that you feel a lot more secure about. There's a more secure, supportive energy that is coming in. Okay, so I'm also kind of getting that this is a sense that some of you may be leaving a situation where you may have children. I'm kind of getting someone of like, or they have something here as a power over you. Um, you may be finding that okay, I'm kind of picking that up. Again, it's not for everybody, but I feel a better emotionally secure situation is coming in for some of you. Some of you may be conflicted about whether or not you want to be a parent. So some of you, this coming together, kind of look at the numbers again. Yeah, some of you could have come together with someone, and there's has been produced this. There could be a pregnancy now, and some of you, this may be bringing you back down to earth as far as what needs to change in your life based on this. And some of you may be conflicted about this responsibility that you want to take on because it kind of clashes with a path or a life path. Again, what you originally set beside before this occurrence, this coming together. Again, being in this honeymoon phase could have produced that situation. And so for some of you, it's brought you back down to earth, and you have now this overcoming of fear through this clarity of it. So some of you may, it's like this maybe your bachelor life is ending, your bachelorette life is ending in a sense. So now you're maybe going to be going through this storm. And again, and now we have this 9 here. Yeah, the challenge is 9. So through a pregnancy, there may be this kind of conflicting feelings, conflicting about, but again, what's coming is coming. So that could be a situation that some of you that's but there's a lot to be gained and learned through the experience here. And again, once this, I feel that this situation for some of you, if that's a situation that's resonating with you, there will be some growth and maturity through the process, and someone is going to take responsibility, or you will be in that more of a sense of seeing the positive side of it, and seeing that anything that's maybe was a fear or something that you have to overcome, that it's worth it, in the sense of you being emotionally mature and being able to handle, but also kind of the partnership being in alignment in a sense of what came together was kind of divine in a sense. So there may be something where this child it is and was meant to be, and there's been some needing or will be needing some kind of catching up to do with you as far as being conflicted as far as that. But and for some of you, if you're female, of course, and now you're seeing, okay, now this information has come out, this is new beginning, you see that maybe this person, now you're going to see the ugly side of them as far as a man not being ready. And that will be your challenge here, is to kind of weather the storm with this person who maybe feels that they want to have a little bit more control. Or again, some of you are going to be having an issue with the baby's father or someone. But the unexpected help here, I feel, is a sense of, as well, you kind of taking on the power here, but also for some of you now with 2 kings. So I'm picking up now a situation where it's like, if the person who impregnated you leaves you, or doesn't, or you see the truth of a situation where they just kind of wanted to hit it and quit it, but now you're left with this situation, your worst fear has come true for some of you, in a sense, that is, and a sense of someone doing that and leaving you. For some of you, it could be the appearance of someone who's a lot more emotionally mature and able to handle the situation, and so that connects you to this individual. So this is, some of it's a little bit complicated here. Again, I just felt that there's a challenge, a sense of a little bit conflict, a little drama, or a little, again, So for some of you, if that's a situation, it's like, if you have to let that person go, even for the betterment of yourself, you're going to be strengthened through this experience. You are going to have a lot more power over your path and your future than you think you may. Again, facing your fears, overcoming your fears. Even if you have to go it alone, you have the power to, you will have the strength to, you will have the emotional reserve to, even if this is an indication of you. But with it showing up with the King of Cups, I feel that this, for some of you, it's either this person's going to turn around and become more emotionally supportive, will mature through the process, and I'm kind of getting that here, that they're maturing through the process and stepping up to the plate for this new path, or there is this going to be this appearance for some of you, it's going to be an appearance of someone new, or someone again who's maybe a lot more ready to take on the responsibility than someone else was. So it's really just again how it falls for you. Again too, I'm kind of getting to for those of you, this is like putting an end to a health issue. Something flares back up again, there's something here, either holistic or alternative in the sense of medicine. Some of you may be going against someone else's orders who may have go by like the book as far as Western medicine goes, but then there's someone who's a lot more intuitive, or there's a situation where they give you the power to heal yourself, or there's more of a healing kind of situation that does come about. If there is some hiccup with what you thought was a good kind of connection in that sense. So I feel whatever's coming in recent past, the situation that's come together, what's now is like you're seeing what was hidden, what was, and it's coming to light in a sense of, you know, where things need to end for there to be a new beginning, for you to come out of a situation victorious, to come out of a situation healing. Again, healing is a theme that's coming up with this house too. What is your advice? We have into the unknown with the Three of Pentacles. So again, into the unknown, trusting the path, territory that you haven't been in, but feeling that you are protected, and you will be feeling your way through it. Also too, focusing on this new development, which could be this expansion physically of 2 becoming 3, and that being the focal point more so than anything. This may be new for you in a sense, for some of you, but it is just kind of go into the unknown. Also, I'm kind of getting a sense of this being, being blind to what you envision, what the ideal is, what is perfection, what should be the situation, and going towards the individual or situation that's willing to work with you, that's willing to build with you, that is focused on the future. Faith is a big theme with these 2 cards, because if you can't see what you walk by faith, not by sight. This is also a sense of being in a place where you are focused and working on your faith, as well you are faithful in what you are building and what is coming together, but you're not alone as well. Okay, you're not alone. Okay, so this, I feel, is just a sense of like what you're walking into will require you to work with what's in front of you, but also what you can't see. It's a stage of expansion where who's willing to is going to show up. Who's willing to work for you, show, improve with this pinnacle, what's going to materialize, what's really going to be there. Not an illusion, not a, head in the clouds kind of thing, not someone who can't really handle responsibility or isn't ready to take responsibility at the time. So as some of you, this is again walking by faith. But it may take some time. Again, this is going to be the beginning stages, and as you are, and You know, I also kind of am feeling like within the first trimester, some of you, this is like that's going to be kind of the process of someone kind of maybe having cold feet or kind of, but then they're going to turn around. Also, for some of you, there's a sense of when you are starting kind of to show again, there's this sense if someone new is coming along, or there's this help. There's this help. There's someone who's going to be willing to build with you, regardless. If it's the person that you planted the seed with, or if it's a new situation, there's a sense here of having faith, and your optimism here will kind of help a situation. You will kind of manifest what you want. As far as in the beginning goes, there will be someone there to work for you in this expansion, in this new stage that you can't really know how, as far as you can control yourself, you can, but you can't control everyone else around you. Yet realizing this, coming back down to earth from this elated feeling here. And it's also, I feel some of you could have happened when you were either drunk, high, and now some of you, that is kind of a little bit of that. You maybe met someone, we were both kind of inebriated and fell into a situation, and now with the clarity, it's like, oh, what did I do, or who did I, what? If you were in this more of a state of mind where you weren't. And so now there's the sense of, oh, I'm kind of picking up that for some of you, maybe realizing that there's someone who was already in a relationship. So someone who already had responsibilities, they already had a family, they were already married. So that could have been a little bit of that. But again, there's this sense of, there is supportive energy coming in. Even if it's just a friend, there's someone who's going to be showing you that they're there for you no matter what. A friend can turn into a lot more here, I'm kind of seeing. This also could have been what happened with someone you already know. It wasn't someone new. Could have been a friendship. You kind of like feeling good with each other, or feeling happy, or needing. And now there's this situation of now like, okay, are we friends, or what are we now? Now that's kind of the shadow side of kind of giving into that temptation. So being conflicted about someone's role. Who are they in my life? Are they my friend, or are they my lover? For some of you, you are going to turn into lovers. And you will, again, this is new territory with this person, but there's something good here. So work with what's willing to work with you in a situation where you're able to see someone kind of showing, improving as well too. Take those developments and take those things to kind of, because someone's willing to show you that they're there for you regardless. That's what I'm kind of picking up as far as, I guess you're saving grace in any situation that you may have rushed into, or, But what we have for your, the outcome of the situation, we do have ghost lands and the 7 of Wands. So I really feel that you will come out of the situation on top. This here, as far as the timing goes here, this as well, timing, but also a sense of like what's frozen in time, or what can't be recaptured, it won't be recaptured. But where you are, what you see as far as no matter what, I feel for some of you too, this is a position that you will be frozen in, where you're able to conquer. I want to say your enemies, but standing above the rest in a situation. Also, you being fixated on who stands above the rest for you. For some of you, with these 2 kings showing up and you having a choice, there's someone who is going to be kind of standing up and kind of defending your honor, defending your position. Some of you just may also be in this place where you're going to be defending your choices no matter who doesn't like it. Like I said, for some of you, this is more of, it's not maybe relational sense, it's the sense of you making a choice to kind of remove yourself from a situation. Maybe you feel you've outgrown, or you've had a fear, you've stayed someplace because of a comfort zone and someone doesn't like it, but you're going to feel a lot better in this new environment, even with the unknown. But you may there's going to be some faith here that you have. Faith will be restored for you in moving into a new path. So for some of you, you just, you're going to make your decision regardless of, again, what anyone has to say about it. And this is, it is the sense of a new day, and the sense of, too, the ghost lands being fixated on the present. It's a new situation. What's as well, too, set in, almost in stone. You can't change the past, but moving forward, you're going to, be in this place where it is going to take you to an elevation a little bit, as far as higher, having victory over what could have been a situation that broke you or hindered you in your growth. You're going to grow through the situation for sure, and you will stand your ground in the choices that you make. I also kind of get a sense of, even if some of you, now if you go through this time where you, again, I'm speaking to those of you who just may be in a situation with having a choice, someone kind of leaving their responsibilities, someone kind of showing up on their responsibilities. I do get a sense of some of you kind of telling someone that it'll be a little too late if they try to come back around, if there's someone you've kind of fallen in love with in the process of them causing a little bit of conflict or chaos over not being sure they want to take on the responsibility. Again, I feel that the advice is kind of going with who's going to show and prove to you that they're going to be there. And so for some of you, this may be a little bit of a sense of coming down the line through the situation. Yeah. And for some of you, it's maybe putting you in a position where you will have to. There may be a lot of people from the past that are contacting you or trying to come into your new world with this new situation. Could they those goblins energy that you try to kind of cut off? That you may be conflicted in. Living in the present of where you are. There may be some energy that's trying to maybe pull you back. Could even be old loves, old situations. So some of you coming into a commitment, being conflicted about whether or not you want to come into commitment with someone, whether you're male or female, and it could translate differently whether you are the male or female. Working with someone, even if no child is involved. For some of you, maybe feeling like you want to put an end to casually dating. The challenge may be that through a change situation, and maybe some of you making a commitment with someone, there will be some of that where you have to stand your ground in the choices that you make, because you're ready to build something new. All right, so I'm going to end that there. A couple of different scenarios are coming through for you Leos here. Okay, so what we do have at the bottom here is come together. The Fool. Coming together, definitely with a new beginning with someone or a new situation. This is a new, and it's risky, but you are protected. This is divinely given, this situation. Again, it's a divine situation, a relationship here that is, I feel, coming together for a higher purpose. Some of you here. I do sense too, this is like the end of a friendship stage with some of you and the beginning of a love stage. And I feel I'm really get a sense of two people. I don't know if you're very attractive. This could be you're very attractive, and there's going to be kind of a sense of a lot of people trying to test your union, test your relationship. If you were in a group of friends, this could be some clarity too. Some people may not like you, who you're pairing up with. So there is some challenge here, but you have the power to overcome that, and having faith, and shutting out the naysayer, standing for your choice, standing your ground on your decision regardless of what anyone's saying. I feel is some of what you guys are going to have to be dealing with, and what will be triggered by this Cancer full moon and lunar eclipse. So that is your reading, Leos. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you would like a personal reading, that information is below. I have decided for me to do this work, I'm not someone who likes to talk to the camera or likes to look at myself on camera. I mean, I am on Instagram, but it's not really central focus with this work. There's a number of things that years ago that I've been on Instagram for as far as connections go. But really with this platform, I really wanted to focus on the cards and the messages that are coming through a lot more. I feel like I could focus more where I'm just looking directly into the cards and the energy, feeling the energy. It just feels a lot more authentic, and the messages flow a lot more. So This isn't about me, it's about you. That's really what I'm sticking to with this. Also, I have joined Twitter, and I will keep these readings, as far as me coming onto this platform, spiritual led or major transit led, and I do feel this lunar eclipse, the first full moon of this year, it's going to be pretty powerful for all of us. So I was led to come on and do the videos here, but I am on Twitter. I will leave the handle there below if you're on Twitter and you want to follow me, because from time to time I'm led to kind of do just kind of quick, short, it's oracle, sometimes it's tarot, just kind of depending on what I'm led to do, where I do cover all of the zodiac, and again, it's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, applicable. So you're more than welcome to follow me there for this specific work, okay? So, but I will be just kind of keeping it again about the messages and the cards, the layout. I love to just show more so, and it just flows a lot more for me to just do it this way. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, and of course, if you would like a personal reading, that information is below. I welcome you to subscribe if you're not, and if you are subscribed, don't forget to like if this helped you out. Take care.